Okay. Hey, everybody. Jimmy from Superpath here with Ashley McNamara and Alan Lang from Homefield. Back again. Hello to both of you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Hi, thanks
Hey,
for
thanks for having
helping
us.
us.
So, we're looking to fill a new role today. This will be a managing editor of digital.com. We'll talk about that role specifically, but maybe first, could you just kind of help us understand digital.com? What is it? Who is it?
Yeah. Digital.com is a B2B software and services review site. We acquired the site about a year ago, and we're currently looking to really build out like the team and the content and editorial strategy behind the site.
Cool. So there's a couple things going on the site. I mean, there's obviously reviews for software, and then there's sort of an editorial section of the site too under the blog. This person will manage one of those things, both of those things.
Both of those things, all the content on digital.
Okay, cool. I mean, maybe this is too meta for this conversation, but like, how do you go about selecting categories and products to review? Or is there just like kind of a never ending list of stuff to work through?
It's primarily based on like search volume and search value. We kind of look at which are the most valuable categories and page types in this space, but then we look at it more holistically beyond that to make sure that like we have sort of like a complete editorial offering within each like category that we cover, so that we're, besides just the commercial content, we're also delivering like the kind of supporting informational content too.
Got it. And so that's where the editorial stuff comes into play.
Yes,
Got
yes.
it. Got it. And is the end user, is it always like small business owner, startup owner, or does
Usually
it
that.
vary a little bit by product?
I think it varies a little bit by product, but I think our main target audience is small business owners.
Cool. Um, Question about writing. Obviously, there's a lot of content being created. I guess two questions about writing. Do you have a rough idea of how much content goes out the door on a weekly or monthly basis between reviews and blog posts?
That kind of changes here and there, but right now we're looking at around 40, 40 to 50 pages a month.
Okay, wow, that's awesome. And then the content creation itself, who is doing that? Will this person be responsible for doing any portion of it? Do they need to bring in a team? Is there a team that already exists?
There's a team of writers that already exist, and the person we're looking for will be managing those writers. And
Okay, cool.
I think we're also looking to build out that team of freelancers, potentially getting finding writers who are like more specialized in business topics and tech topics to some extent.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, got it. SEO, another thing. I mean, obviously, like a review site, SEO is going to be incredibly important. Is there a team in place that's thinking about SEO, or is this person? I mean, I assume they need at least some SEO chops, but are they going to be owning and responsible for SEO, or is that sort of working in tandem with someone else?
Yeah, we have a team of really like veteran SEOs, so we're all really highly focused on the SEO side of things. So this person would be more responsible for just like executing on the content strategy as it relates to SEO, and should have some SEO knowledge, but that wouldn't be, their kind of primary responsibility.
Got it. Got it. And actually, maybe this is a good point to clarify the home field digital relationship. So home field, where you all are employed, is a boutique agency, the owners of which also own digital.com. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. So we essentially operate as like an agency running all the content and marketing and dev and design work on digital.com.
Got
So
it.
this
Got it.
person would be solely working on digital.com, even though he or she would be an employee of Homefield.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Cool. That's good. Good to understand that relationship. Um, for this for this individual who will eventually take on this managing editor role, um, what have they been up to? What have they been working on for the past couple of years that will have prepared them well for this role?
I think managing an editorial calendar, managing a team of writers, managing the I guess the building of the team around it as well, and really looking for the ability to execute is one of the main
Cool.
Yeah, I think also I'd add creating like quality content at scale. So knowing how to like uphold all of the quality like standards and processes that we're looking for at the scale of like 40 to 50 pages per month that Alan mentioned. And then also I think a nice to have would be some experience in like either writing about business topics or like the software services topics as well.
Got it. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, to me, I don't know if content operations is quite the right name for this, but like when you're working with a pipeline of that many pieces going out the door per month, there's quite a bit of process and documentation and project management and that kind of thing that goes into making all of that run very smoothly. Actually, that makes me appreciate why you chose the title managing editor, because managing editors should be used to kind of keeping that pipeline moving, keeping the quality high and all of that. As far as hiring and interviewing goes, is there anything that candidates should know about the hiring process? Like what in terms of interviews or test projects that they should be expecting?
We use I guess HR kind of testing software that will require the applicant to answer maybe or perform a 30-minute online test.
Okay.
And that really just gives us some base metrics to look at before interviewing or during the interview.
It's called like Plum test or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Plum test.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll find that, and assuming that's like a standard thing, I'll link to that so people can check it out. And then interviewing with the two of you, I assume?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, cool. And then are you going to do a test project either to check for writing or editing skills?
We usually don't, but I don't think we've decided on that completely yet.
Okay, cool. So TBD. Cool. And then one other thing in terms of applying writing samples is something that a lot of candidates ask about. Are there certain types of writing samples, certain things you'd like to see in a writing sample that would make an individual stand out?
As far as writing sample goes, I personally would say something like anything that's like a little like has some sort of like commercial intent behind it, because that would help us again, like you said, Jimmy, like look at the SEO footprint of that page and see like if did it do a good job kind of like accomplishing its mission, and then getting an understanding of how well this person is able to cover like commercial topics that aren't just like a blog post or something. It's something that is like more research driven and then has a commercial intent behind it.
Got it. Cool. I like that. Is there anything about digital.com, about Homefield, or about this role that I should have asked you about that I didn't?
I don't think so. I would just add like, we're a team of, mostly marketing professionals who've been in SEO for a long time. We've seen a lot of success in other verticals such as education and e-commerce and health and a few others. And, we're basically applying, a similar strategy and blueprint to digital. So we, have high confidence in our success, but just looking for the right person to oversee and own the content side of things.
Cool. I love it. Well, thank you. I appreciate you doing this. This context is really helpful for job seekers and for your future candidates for this role. So I appreciate you taking the time to do this. We'll obviously link to the full job description so folks can go check out that. Go check out digital.com as well. And then I'll offer to anyone considering applying, if you want to chat about it, if you want me to look at writing samples, if you want me to take a quick look at your resume, hit me up in the Slack community, just shoot me a DM and I'd be happy to do that. Ashley and Alan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.